Yat e shike doshidane, she Brianna Hosteen Nishya, Belagana Nishlin, Tanazani Bashashin, Belagana Dashche, Torachini Dashanella, Shema Kristen Hosteen Wolye, Do Shija J Hosteen Wolye, Tonanezdeze de Nasha, Ad University of Arizona de Inish Ta, Do Ezene Kahe Ba Inish Sha. Hello everyone, my name is Brianna Hosteen and I am Belagana, born for the Tangle clan. My parents are Kristen and Jay Hosteen, and I'm the oldest of four with two brothers and one sister. I am half Navajo and from Tuba City, Arizona, located on the Navajo Reservation. This is the end of my freshman year here at the University of Arizona. I am majoring in pre-nursing with hopes of someday becoming a midwife and going back to the reservation to serve my community. This is my native SOAR story. I first heard about Native SOAR, or Student Outreach Access and Resiliency, while attending one of the school events for Native American Heritage Month during the fall semester. I thought it would be a fun class to help me earn some extra money and get one of my gen ed requirements out of the way. I was proven right when the class started, and I was introduced to so many different concepts surrounding Native Americans and higher education. For example, we had a lot of talks concerning generational trauma in higher education and ways we can overcome it to help newer generations, including the mentoring we did over the semester with middle and high school students. Throughout the semester, I have learned not only from my facilitators and the Native Source staff, but from my classmates and mentees as well. In the article, Lessons Learned from Adopting a Storytelling Approach to Research in a Settler Colonial State, Mark Woolley states, an indigenous paradigm comes from the fundamental belief that knowledge is relational. Knowledge is shared. This is one of my favorite quotes from the class because it is almost a perfect representation of what Native SOAR is all about. It is about finding community at the university and sharing the knowledge we have with each other and with our mentees as they go through high school and life afterward. One of the first community engagements we had during the class was a trip to WAC, where I got to learn more about the Tohono O'odham people. I remember feeling nervous because I didn't know anyone from the class yet and didn't know where I fit in. But as soon as we got to walk around and enjoy the scenery, I felt like I was right where I needed to be. I liked seeing how they took care of the land and seeing the similarities between my culture and theirs because it made me feel closer to home. I remember this trip being fun because at the end when we were leaving, we had to do some parkour since the original path we took was flooded. I think that this was a fun bonding experience for everyone who was there. It also helped me gain the knowledge I would need to help my mentees and connect with those who were Tohono O'odham. This semester, I was a mentor at Desert View High School along with some of my classmates. We had a large group of mentors, so learning how to communicate and coordinate was a bit of a challenge at the beginning, but we eventually fell into a routine and figured out which roles worked best. While at Desert View, we would provide the students with resources concerning college and adult life. We talked about things such as FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, how to apply for college, scholarships, and trade schools. Some of these topics I wasn't familiar with myself, so I also ended up learning how grants and loans work within FAFSA. Overall, the goal was to help prepare our students for college and student life. In one of my favorite readings, Native Presence and Sovereignty in College, Sustaining Indigenous Weapons to Defeat Systemic Monsters, Amanda Tachini said, "We come from a long lineage of strong matriarchs and ancestors who instilled in us to love one another and care for the people. While in Native SOAR, our facilitators always made sure to remind us that we are all here building a community of kinship, love, and caring, and to take that with us when mentoring our students. When I first started mentoring at Desert View, I was uncertain because I wasn't sure if what we were doing or talking about would resonate with the students or if they would even care. However, it quickly became evident that the students wanted to be there and wanted to listen to what our group had to say. I think by sharing our personal experiences and what it's like to be a student in university, we gave a different perspective, allowing the students to almost get an unfiltered view of what was to come for them. This almost always provoked different questions that they probably want to ask a tour guide or school speaker because they trusted we would provide a real answer and offer resources to help. They would want to know about student life and our experiences in different classes, majors, and dorms. It was rewarding to see the students being engaged and wanting to know more about resources or topics we read about, because our mentor group would in turn have more ideas of what to present to the students every week. Show in Low and Waterman and Beyond the Asterisk, Understanding Natives and Higher Education stated, The Native population, in particular, is extremely diverse. There are over 560 federally recognized tribal nations, which makes me realize how big the world is and how there's a lot we can learn from each other. Being a Native SOAR made me realize how being a Native American in higher education not only affects me, but every other upcoming Native student who wants to go to university, because I'm helping prove we are more than just an asterisk or a footnote at the end of a research article. I'm helping show the next generations that higher education is attainable and that everyone is capable of it if they are passionate enough. I feel like I have gained a lot of knowledge this semester about handling university, being in a big city away from home, and mentoring. I learned how to work with a team, time management, and how to connect with my native self. I wish I had native SOAR when I was in high school because I think I would have been a lot more prepared coming into college. Thank you, native SOAR.
Who's gonna